How you guys doing? So today I'm going to be going over the best app for recording your trades and taking notes, and that is called Notion. We're just going to jump straight into it. So this is my Notion page, and for any of you guys that want to, download this and do it all. By the way, I didn't use any templates for this, so I've gotten a lot of questions on that. But no, this is all just from scratch. I've made everything. But I have pretty much everything on here. I got like social media, I got some goal setting, trader view, and then this is where I actually record my trades. But before we get into that, I want to get into just note taking in general. This app is phenomenal for that, and I mean, hence the name Notion. This is what this app is made for. If we scroll through this, I can open some of these soon, but this is all TJR's first boot camp. This line separates it. This is his second boot camp. This is his crypto boot camp. This is some of the trading transformations boot camp, not all of it. This is some ICT, and I did not record everything I watched from ICT because of how long it is and how much there is to record. I was a little bitch, not gonna lie, but yeah, and like I said, I mean, all of these I can open up and, scroll through, and there's a lot of fucking notes. So I find that very useful. Like anytime you ever need to go back and, recall any sort of information. I remember order blocks being hard, for example. I can click on order blocks and, go back through those notes. So it's just very useful in that regard. But moving on to trade analysis. This is what I've been recording all my trades on for the past, I've been trading for a little bit over a year now, and I think I started recording these. I have the first date actually at the top here. I can show. Let me center this first. Okay, so yeah, November 1st, right there, that first note. So it's been a little bit over a year that I've been recording trades, but yeah, this is when I first started, and a few things I want to show. So first off, we have all of our categories, right? Which trades right here, 1 through I think 150 so far. Whether hit profit, stop loss, or break even. I could probably just delete this category because I only trade NASDAQ. And then I have a ranking of each trade. I have my risk management, which this was fixated at 1 mini or 10 micros at one point, but at this point it has changed. But this is what I used to use. So, and then this is my confluences, which I will obviously, those will change later on. But and then I also have notes of each trade, how they went, my thoughts during them, what happened, what went wrong, what went right, psychology, just whatever you need to put into your notes. And then I have a trade image of each trade, so I can go back and reflect on all my trades. But I find this absolutely imperative that you guys record your trades. I don't know a single profitable trader who doesn't record their trades. And if you guys are too lazy to record your trades, I honestly don't think you guys will make it very far in trading. And also, I find it very good for the benefit of holding yourself accountable. All right, self-accountability is one of the most important things in trading, because throughout your trading journey, you're gonna be revenge trading, you're gonna have FOMO, you're gonna be over leveraging, you're gonna be investing in all these bad habits that are in turn gonna make you a worse trader. And the way to avoid that is to hold yourself accountable enough times until you stop doing it. And the way to do that is to tell yourself in your notes, this was a bad trade, I did terrible here, I revenge traded, yada yada. You can do whatever you want for them, but that's my suggestion for you guys. Hold yourself accountable. Obviously, when you guys are revenge trading, you guys may go through like 40 or 50 trades within an hour, and obviously you're not going to record all those trades, but definitely still take note of like at least one of those trades and just put like, I fucking revenge traded, I need to stop this. Whatever you need to do, please do it. With that being said, a few other things, or a few other points I want to make. First off, if you guys want to do this sort of same chart setup that I have with ranking your trades, please feel free to rank some stop losses with goods and greats. And the reason for this, and I've seen a lot of traders who don't do this, the reason I do this is because just because you hit stop loss does not make it a bad trade. All right, a lot of beginners cannot understand this, but I'm sure you've heard from every mentor that every single model is going to have a not perfect win rate, and it's going to hit stop losses sometimes. It happens. And what matters the most, with ranking wise, right, the reason some of these are great is because I still followed the model, right? I still had a very good trade. It was still a very high probability of success. Therefore, I will rate it a great, or maybe a good, or whatever, I guess it just kind of depends on the circumstances. But yeah, getting into this a little bit more, I want to show you guys quite a few things on here. Now, firstly, when you guys start off trading, you guys are going to hit a lot of stop losses. It's going to happen. It happened to me. Another thing I want to say is that I take on average around 0 to 1 trades per day. I usually either just skip out on days or will take a single trade per day. Very rarely will I take 2 to 3 trades in a day. So what you guys are seeing is months and months and months and months of price action. All right. So don't think that this turned green overnight, but as I scroll down, you will see this category turn green. You know what? I can show that real quick. Everyone look at this category. You guys are gonna see this. You got to keep in mind this is over a long time. And this is where I start getting very profitable. And then right around here was October price action with the government shutdown, which I was really struggling with. I blew all my accounts. I blew everything, and yeah, it was a pretty bad time. But as of right now, we are on the best month I've ever had. So I'm, making a generational comeback here, which is awesome. But I also wanted to go through this confluences tab. Now, this is possibly the most important tab. I would even say this is more important than the accountability notes. And the reason I think this is absolutely imperative and super vital to your win rate and profitability percentage is because you guys can now improve and refine your model via confluences, okay? What do I mean by this? Let me give you guys an example. Right around here was when I first started trading, and you can see a lot of stop losses like I was saying, and then around trade 28, 29, and 30, you can see I finally hit take profit, break even, take profit. This was the first glimpse of hope that I had. And why did this happen? Well, maybe it's because I started using SMTs, right? So I adopted this confluence after seeing that maybe this was going to be, a turnaround and maybe make me more profitable. And you'll see I started using them. And this is why this confluences tab is so important, is because you can finally, go back to your old price action and go back to your old trades and reflect, and you can see, okay, well, this confluence has worked out more than usual, so therefore I'm going to in turn use it more. And I will show you guys a lot of examples of that, but you can see, right, so I started using a lot of SMTs, and then I had a lot more stop losses after that, so I started, cutting back on it, because I was like, you know what, maybe that's not the best. Right around here is where I started learning ICT. All these pink confluences are ICT. I know technically, I guess all of these confluences are pretty much ICT or SMT or SMC, smart money concepts. I consider a lot of these TJR, even though he kind of learned from ICT. The point is, these are like traditional ICT concepts. Like nobody else uses macros, new week opening gaps. Anyone that does use them has like quite literally learned from ICT, not smart money concepts. Well, I guess he invented smart money concepts. And besides the point. All right, I want to show you guys this. So you will slowly see as I scroll down, all of these ICT pink confluences will start taking over. And the reason for this is because as all of these trades play out over months and months of price action, I will start going back every single day, looking through all of these trades and noticing that these are what's truly making me more profitable. So I'm going to scroll down here. You guys are going to see this all slowly turn pink to the point where now I have an entire model called the King model that is quite literally just using the same confluences, and it's been, working out for me for a long time now. Obviously, you're not going to be able to learn my model off of just what you're seeing right now in some of these images. You'd have to go through 10 plus hours of content that I have in my course. No, I'm kidding. Don't buy the course. Don't buy the course. But yeah, I find this very vital, and it's very crucial to go back and actually reflect on these past trades, because this is where you're going to get the benefit that other people don't, and you're going to get that edge of seeing what works and what doesn't, right? I can go back and see which confluences give me the highest percentage win rate and which confluences worked out for me the best. And you can go back and you can do statistics and start calculating which ones are giving you the most take profits, and then idolizing those concepts and adopting them. So that's my suggestion for you guys. You guys can also see I finally stopped using a fixed risk management and started using an actual random risk management depending on how good the trade looked. But yeah, I think that's a decent bit of what I wanted to go over. You can also connect charts to this, which is awesome. This is also what I love about Notion, is that I can go back and see which percentage of trades end up being horrible, bad. Around 44% of my trades just end up being mid. The same percentage is good and great, and then around 7% end up being a legendary trade. It's kind of dependent on you for what categories you want to add, but I like these categories. This is just what I started with, and I just stuck to it. So feel free to copy these from me. And like I said, I do not use a template for Notion, so you don't ask me that in the comments, because I don't. It's just all from scratch. But if you guys download this app, you can make a new page, and it'll give you the option to make a graph. And through that, you can add categories. And with these categories, there's different options for which type of category. So if you guys do plan on making this yourself, which I assume is why you're watching the video, let me explain this super quick. I'll go through it super quick. Basically, this is a select category, meaning I just select a single thing, because obviously you can't have a take profit and stop loss. This, on the other hand, is a multi-select category, because you can have multiple, selections here. I can have liquidity sweep, breaker structure, retrace, so on and so forth. This is just a select category. This is a text category, which for obvious reasons, just text. This is like a files and media category, which you can just change type on these categories, which is what I'm doing. You just go to change type. And yeah, I think that's a decent, description of Notion, or at least how you can use it for trading and use it to your advantage. If you guys do want these notes, or to access these notes, I have plenty of people on this. Feel free to join my Discord, and you guys will see a little page in there, or a little channel in there, which I can show right here. And all you got to do is just click the join button, and it'll send me a little request, and I'll get it. And it's just within the next day, I'll see your notification and accept you, and you guys can just view it. So for whatever reason, if you guys are too lazy to take your own notes, feel free to just go off of mine. With that being said, I think that's a decent description of what I wanted to go over, and how this has truly benefited me in the long term and long run. And I honestly don't see a lot of people utilizing this other than me. But I mean, this has helped me become profitable in less than a year, and now afford this apartment that I have downtown Austin, Texas. So, I'm very, very proud of how this app has benefited my life. And I truly don't think I would be profitable without it. So stay tuned for more content. Peace out, y'all. Let me know if you guys got questions about it. Please feel free to reach out to me on Discord or YouTube comment section. Goodbye.